Whoa, junk video, yay! About junk videos. Alright, sort of just about how, there isn't much good stuff. There isn't any, real good science videos. I mean, there's lectures, don't get me wrong, so that's okay. But there's no real, there's no real good debates to be had, even on political subjects where there's obvious solutions like instant runoff voting and getting rid of the geographic districts and the electoral college and the racket that is the U.S. Senate and all this stuff that could be easily fixed. Reforming the justice system, which is the injustice system, having simple mechanisms like a real independent investigatory branch of government where whistleblowers could go, and they would have the access to all this classified crap and be able to, make real decisions about whether people are cheating or not, and not have this all get into this morass of, punishing people for doing the right thing the wrong way and all that kind of crap. Well, anyway, it's like every single problem that exists kind of does have a solution, and it's just a matter of us having the will to do something about it. And just little things. I mean, we know how vital a reliable lie detector could be in terms of having honest politics and honest cops and honest law enforcement. I mean, this is a huge enhancement to civilization is to have trust, to be able to trust people, and trust them in not the faith kind of way, but to trust them because there's a mechanism of assured accountability and character and all that Christ and integrity. Give the systems integrity. And the government spends no money on it. I mean, it could just be a matter of a few $1 million, let alone even if $1 billion, I think it could be done, no problem. And we don't do it. And these are big bang for the buck solutions. You can't even engage a debate on any of these subjects. You bring it up and people just get glass-eyed and fade right out. And then the only thing that shows up are the naysayers and the nitpickers that don't change anything, don't do anything, don't dare fix anything, because then I won't be able to complain anymore. Assholes. But I mean, that's the key phrase, assholes. People are assholes. Jeez, in preposterous proportions. And just this whole arrogance of, people are, with the cliches. That's another cliche on one of my videos. Grandpa said, it's a fool who thinks, they know the truth, but it's a double fool who believes him, or some other kind of crap like that. Some cliche shit, basically saying, "Oh yeah, I'm not a fool. I'm Grandpa Farty Pants, and he seems to know what a fool is. He knows what the truth is. He knows how many missed opportunities have existed, because of assholes getting in the way, fools, fucking it up." Anyway, just so irritating. This whole we can't know anything, and if you dare say you know something, so, gee, how outrageous of you to be confident in the integrity of your study and collection of understanding and data. How dare you? Yeah, how dare you say 2 + 2 = 4? It's just stupid. And they're all unqualified, these assholes with these damn opinions who have no references. It's like they haven't seen most of American culture. They haven't read, enough, anything beyond comic books and, graphic novels or some kind of other bullshit, some kind of silly mush literature. They don't know shit about science or I'm talking just even 5th grade shit. They didn't pay attention in school, and they didn't retain anything, quite obviously. And yet they opine so freely. They know, they can tell when somebody else is wrong, even though they have no clue what right is. Yeah, come on. It's just such bullshit. These dumbasses telling other people they can tell what a dumbass is. Yeah, right. So anyway, just a general complainy rant. You just see, I mean, all this attention people pay to crap videos, buckets and buckets of crap, stupid comments. It's like Thunderfoot did a little, made a stupid little toy gun for an experiment, and all this jammer about it, and blah blah blah. And it's just such a pile of shit, and it's all, and Thunderfoot's full of shit too. He did it because he wanted to demonstrate something about weaponry, because he could have done it by just tying a string on the trigger and pulling the string from 10 feet away, just like they pulled the cardboard away. If you watch this video, their cardboard covering this stuff, a double safety. And they pull that away with a piece of string, and yet he needs a remote-controlled car to pull the trigger on the toy gun. I don't think so. I think he could have done that with a string too. No problem. So the whole thing was rather bogus. If you're going to bother doing that too, it's like, come up with some kind of something neat, like do it with your cell phone and demonstrate how easy it would be for somebody to blow up a nuke in New York Harbor, making a cell phone call to the crate of marijuana that has the nuke in it. Yeah, demonstrate that and explain what would happen if a nuke goes off, anywhere near New York in the ocean. Explain exactly how many feet of water will circum the city. Yeah. This is the world we live in. Everybody's just jerking around, doof-de-doof. They're all doomed as fucking hell. They haven't paid any attention to what's happening on planet Earth. It's just pitiful. There's no fucking human beings to talk to. Nobody's getting it. Well, I mean, not nobody. Yeah, there's, 1 in 1,000, maybe. Maybe it's 1 in 1,000,000. Isn't that this dismal? 1 in 1,000,000. We're 1 in 1,000,000. If you're listening to this video and you're getting it, oh, you're 1 in 1,000,000. You might be 1 in like 500 million. That's how preposterous it is. That's how ludicrous planet Earth has become. Ugh. Shit. It is, as Charlton Heston said, a madhouse. Hey, wait a minute. I don't think it's exactly a madhouse. I think it's a crazy house. I mean, look at my life. I spent like 17 years underground, in the dark, in the mud, in the grubby shit, eating roots. And then I come out and I go through this horrible thing, and all my organs get moved around, and it's really awful. And I pop out, and what the fuck happens? I don't know. All of a sudden I'm dead. What the fuck? What I got all this trouble for? I didn't even get any sex or nothing. It's a total ripoff. Life's a fucking ripoff. Make that video, you fucker. It's a ripoff. I got totally gypped. I want my money back. Wow, you're a pretty good efilist. I think I'll put you on this rock over here because you're like efilist bug supreme. Yeah, I like you. So go at it, buddy. Nag the fuck out of him. All right, Larry. How the hell did you know my name? That's suspicious. Let's work for the NSA. Damn it. They're everywhere. The fucking NSA, the CIA, they're hiding inside of bugs. You can't trust nothing. I hate this shithole. Anyway, till next time. So forth and whatnot. Back again. So anyway, watching some of a zombie picture show video, and in response to me, and it's just the same old junk. Just horrible in terms of his paraphrase. So even though he's playing my video, he's just making a horrible mess of it, as is the usual. Not even listening well enough to understand where I said there's no such thing as random or spontaneous, and then he says I said there is, and I clearly said there isn't. So he didn't get that one right. But again, on the subject of evolution, he just doesn't get it. And, he thinks that evolution, say if human beings were replaced as the dominant species by a Tyrannosaurus Rex of some kind, Rex 2, that somehow that'd be okay with him. Yeah, that's acceptable. That life would be the most intelligent, most elegant beastie on Earth would be, this disgusting carnivore. And he sees purpose in that. I mean, to me, that's just pointing out exactly what I'm saying is that people who, even if they have a grand intelligence by some statistical data, that doesn't guarantee them not being assholes or idiots or morons. I mean, the smart people can be awful goddamn stupid. And that's my whole point. Is that the obstacle to intelligence is not that the truth is complex. It's that the truth is so damn simple and so damn sucky that they refuse to look at it. They're using their intelligence to contrive excuses, to pretend it's accomplishing something, that there's some purpose or point. A supercomputer wouldn't sit there and look at our circumstance and see anything else but a excessive compulsive disorder. We want to. It's like superstition. We live for superstition. We live for this idea of satisfaction, not real satisfaction. This idea that it'll all make a difference somehow. I mean, I'm on my way to fix something, right? A TV. Now, there's an 80% chance that I've correctly diagnosed the problem and I'll fix it. But what if I'm wrong? So I'm stuck with that 20%. That's the outcome. I lose. I'm going to have a whole different attitude. So if I win, I'm going to say, oh, good. But then I'm also going to realize, oh, yeah, but my life still sucks and everything still sucks and blah, blah, blah. But I'll feel good that I accomplished the task. For a few moments, I'll feel good. And I'll feel bad if I don't. If it turns out shitty, then I'll just say, damn, wasted money on parts, good money after bad, blah, 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 blah. Some sort of thing like that. And that's what I'm living for. I'm living in this stupid gameplay of accomplishment and gratifying your ego, satisfying your sense of utility and function. It's just a compulsive disorder. I must be switching a light switch on and off and saying there, if I switch the switch on and off 10 times, I'll be immune to a heart attack. Or whatever deal you make as a excessive compulsive. Same difference. You do it, you feel good. You don't do it, you worry. That's all we are. We're just this stupid, idiotic mechanism contriving purpose and function. And, we're the best of these machines. The worst of these machines is really doing it in a completely compulsive disorder style and manner, and doing it in complete ignorance, without any volition. I certainly wouldn't wish that on a dog, to use a cliche. So anyway, and so what else do you get on that really pissed me off? And I'm only halfway through. I should play the second half of the video anyway. So yeah, this intelligence thing, I guess it sort of relates to the previous video, so I'll tie these two together. But that somehow intelligence is going to make people better. Yeah, that's his eugenics stuff, which, come on, it's basically just Hitler bullshit. You can't eugenics without starting to get racial and personal and all that kind of crap, so it's just bullshit. Once you open that door, there's no way you're going to get that door closed. When you start doing this selection process, when you start deciding who should or shouldn't. But anyway, his logic just seems so flawed to me, that somehow you can breed your way out of the problem of life's dilemmas. And I don't think that's really possible. We've through technology eliminated a huge number of common blights. People don't die as easily as they used to, and they certainly have treatments for a lot of ailments and miseries and compensations for other problems. You lose a limb, they can make a pretty good artificial one, all that kind of crap. So there's lots of betterness to life, improvements, and it's still not good enough. It's not like you can make it good enough by science. As long as you're living in some sort of real environment, because the good enough is going to be very expensive. And again, intelligence isn't, he talks as if intelligent people are doing things the right way, implying that if presidents took economics courses, that somehow they would do the right thing. And again, I would argue that it's not their inability to, it's not their intelligence level, it's not how much schooling they have, it's what kind of information they have, and whether they have correct or incorrect information and facts. If their knowledge base is polluted by nonsense, as if the philosopher who believes in a god or spiritualism or mysticism or special forces or something non-determined, that surely isn't going to work. And the economic person who believes in invisible hands and other kinds of mumbo jumbo, that ain't going to get you too far. So again, I would say it's always the bad knowledge that you got to look out for. It's not that any of these subjects are that terribly complex. It's that a little bit of bad knowledge can go a long way to making an awful big mess in terms of destroying the network of connections and perspective and context you build inside of your understanding. It all goes to hell. One bad apple of information will poison your intelligence. And I guess I would argue that most intelligent people have a poison in their intelligence. They have some crap in there, and that breaks the game. And they might as well be dumb. It almost makes them, I suppose, more dangerous. A little bit of knowledge, kind of thing, is more dangerous in the hands of people that know how to do something with it, can apply it. And so you're not going to find your solution there. The more intelligent you are, the more likely you are to see how flawed the game you're playing is, the more likely you are to find it insufficiently sufficient, and not choose and not wish and not support the gameplay. So I don't think your master race of intelligent people is going to materialize as a practical reality. I don't think you can do it without bigotry showing its face. And even if you could do it, your intelligent people, I don't think, are going to fall for your simplistic notion that nature knows what it's doing, that evolution is okay by you because it was here first or something. Still haven't got that explanation. Maybe I'll just ask the direct question. Where does nature derive its credibility? What test did nature pass? What qualifications does nature have to make Frankenstein monster, so to speak, to be a creator of life? Why should I assume the game it's playing is a game worth playing? Why should I give it any benefit of the doubt whatsoever? why shouldn't I critique it for what I consider to be the huge flaw of nature being completely ignorant of concepts like fairness? Why isn't that a disqualifying bit of ignorance? Seems kind of obvious, right? Something that's creating a game doesn't know what fairness is. Yeah, that doesn't seem right to me. Seems like that's a guaranteed to fail system, a mechanism, reality. So when you talk of life is just reproduction, or life is just natural selection, or life is just survival of the fittest, why is it that good enough? Why shouldn't I critique that? Why shouldn't I examine that as a theme park? Replication for the sake of replication. If I made something that did that, should everybody give me a Nobel Prize? Should everybody pat me on the back? Oh, you made something that replicates pointlessly and just spreads across the land. And it feels and suffers and it tortures itself. It rips its own nuts off and eats them. Oh yeah, great idea. Make some more. Put them on other planets. No, that's not going to be the response. The response is going to be, you're an asshole. It's like sewing two heads on a rat or something. Why the fuck would anybody want to do that? Who gave a shit about being even reasonably a little tiny bit decent? So, fail. I think that's probably enough. One of my hard to see days. Yeah, I am not too good. But anyway, at least it's not raining, which is excellent. And such. So, till the later or next time or whatever. Probably, maybe, possibly. On the subject of, when I say quote me, I'm not saying you have to play my whole video. I'm just saying, if you're going to say I said something, then why don't you just quote it out of the video? Take notes and say this is what you said. That would be adequate. I'm just saying that some of your paraphrases are distortions. Plain and simple. It's bullshit. Yeah. So, now, that's enough. So forth and whatnot. Yeah. So, till next time. Such.